Hi there, guys. So here we are in the treatment room, and what's going to happen now is I've noticed in some of my videos that I've done in the past, I've always covered massage in the seated position. I've worked quite a lot on the back. I've done a lot of neck work. I've done a lot of stuff for on-site massage work. But there's other areas I like to cover. I've noticed I've never really done much work on the face, so this is something that I'd like to share with you all today. So the face work is very good for things like insomnia, irritability, stress, some dizziness as well. So I'd like to cover some of this with you all. Also, I'd like to cover a little bit of TMJ, so temporomandibular joint disorder as well with this. Okay, so without further ado, I'd like to get started. Okay. Goodness me. This is what happens when you do all your own work. All right. Let's have a look here. I'm still around. Yeah, you can still see me. Fantastic. Yeah, it's on the radiator here as well, so I'm a little bit worried it hopefully won't overheat. Okay. Righty ho. Okay, so if you can catch this. So I'm going to start the forehead here. Start working this way. Are you a bit of a headachy sort of person?
Sometimes, yeah. I carry a lot of tension in my upper body, so I end up giving myself headaches eventually.
Oh, okay.
And tight jaws. Sometimes I grind my teeth at night.
Okay.
So you might feel that.
Okay.
In my jaw area.
Yeah, so does that you feel like when you grind, does that radiate all up here, the side of your head?
Yeah.
As well. Yeah, okay. Okay, so I'm going over the eyebrows here. Yeah, it's a really nice room this sometimes. I just realise how how chilled.
It's nice when it rains in here.
Yeah.
You just hear the rain fall on the window over there. And it gets quite dark. It's quite nice.
Yeah. So it's good to work the temples here, especially for side headache, and also for jaw grinders.
I also get on the right hand side a lot of tension behind my eye. It's the
Okay.
eye I had operated on.
Okay.
So sometimes it gets a little overstressed.
Okay. Okay. So the point I'm working here is Tai Yang. It's not on a specific acupoint, which can be found like one certain, almost like one thumb width. It's the thumb width of the client, from the outer canthus of the eye and just posterior, just there. But one day I'll make another video on specific acupoints. I think at some point in the future.
That would be good.
Yeah.
That would be a nice video to watch.
Yeah. So like as I'm doing this now, it's starting to remind me as well. You can also use some of this as well for sinusitis. I'll show you some points as well. So it's always like when you start a massage, the idea is first is to really just get some microcirculation going all around the area you want to work, and then you start to work the meridians, and then go into specific acupoints. This is a technique here called fish belly. So it's very quick moving. It's still quite relaxing, but what it does as well, it almost has an exercise effect on the muscles. So it gives it a bit of tone.
Make me want to fall asleep.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, and I think just lying down, I think makes you want to fall asleep, especially with the amount of work that you do. You're such a multitasker. Okay.
I do try.
Yeah. All right. So what I'm doing here at the very in between the eyebrows is called thumb rocking, and there's a point just in the middle there between the eyebrows called yin tang, and it has a tranquilizing effect on the mind. It's used a lot in pediatric Tuina, pediatric Chinese medical massage for irritability in children and insomnia. Also very effective on adults as well. So if you were to go to an acupuncturist would deal with it by sticking a needle in there. The way I would deal with it is it's a thumb rocking technique. There's pros and cons to both systems. Okay, and I can do the fish belly kneading all around the face, just to get the circulation going, and I'll start to work some other acupoints. Okay, so for people that grind their teeth, there's an acupuncture point, or an acupoint, called stomach 7, two-way in China. Oh, forgive me if I'm not pronouncing it properly. So anyone that's a Chinese speaker, that speak I think Mandarin, please make another video. Let me know how I'm pronouncing these, and do correct me if I'm wrong. But it's an acupoint just found just underneath the zygomatic arch here. So you find the cheekbone and follow up like so, and you'll find that just in the depression where you feel the arch of the bone, just underneath there. If I can shoot that. Yeah. So I'll do a more specific video in future, just so you have a rough idea in your mind. So you press into there and knead like so. And then directly below is another acupoint, stomach 6, which you can find, and it's just at the corner of the masseter muscle and in the depression of the mandible bone, just there. Yeah, that does feel. Does that feel quite tender to you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh.
Very tender.
Also another point as well, which is good for tired eyes, is called bladder 2, Zanzu, which is just located in the inner canthus of eyes, just up here, just below the medial part, the eyebrow, just in there. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to start to work those points there. Also good for sinus problems, tired eyes. Used as a treatment for short-sightedness as well. Okay, and the next point I'm going to use is, I'm just going to use large intestine 20. So that's found on the depression of the nasolabial crease. So if you look at your face and you see that crease that goes from the nose down to the corner of the mouth, it's just in line. It's on that crease, but in line with the lower border of the nose. There. So you find it there that way. This is large intestine 20. Oh, you okay there?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is help. This is very useful for problems with sinusitis. Helps to relieve inflammation inside, and also helps with pain that you may experience there.
That's very tender.
Yeah. Or polyps.
You can go harder, it's
yeah.
fine.
Okay. And again on the nasolabial crease, just on the corner of the mouth, if you follow down the nasolabial crease, you'll find stomach 4, which is another acupoint. So these acupoints are also very, very good as a natural facelift, but of course you have to be very regular with this to start seeing, seeing results.
It's actually working on my stomach. Can you hear my stomach?
Yeah, I think it does have, because the opposite of fight or flight is rest and digest. I think when you induce deep relaxation in people, you start to, your body then just goes into a mode where it can start to look after itself, start to heal itself. Okay, and then you got like stomach 2. It's just like this one thumb width down, from just under the orbital, just where the orbital area is there, and if you go one thumb width down, that's stomach 2. There. And normally, when I like to finish off a face massage, I like to do the fish belly technique as a finishing off technique, just to get the blood and chi circulating again, and also to induce deep relaxation, especially if I've put them through like a lot of like deep muscular work as well. I've pressed quite deeply into the neck and the upper area because of all the tension they've been holding. I like them to leave, experiencing something very positive and relaxing. So I like to finish off with this one. Okay, and I'll give you a little bit of bonus material as well, some self-care as well. So to help to make the effects of the treatment last longer, there are some things that people can do at home as well. So one reason I'm going to cover the client's forehead like this. I'm doing this just so I don't end up pulling like strands of hair out. So with your gua sha kit, in my case it's a Chinese soup spoon. What I like to do is you can do this at home, but I'm going to do this on my client here. You can start at the very center of the forehead and scrape to the side, that way, scrape to the side, and then almost like you're combing your hair that way, and yeah, it looks like this. So you use this part of the spoon in order to do that. Going down as well, this way. One thing I didn't do much of is hitting the one of the dew points, one of the dew meridian, dew 20, which is situated at the very top of the head, which has a very uplifting effect. Okay, and for those jaw sufferers, if you wanted to get into that area, you can use at home. You can use this part of the spoon to get in to that point, and you can use that to press it. You can go as hard or as soft as you like, but you can end up using a lot of force. So be careful not to bruise that area, especially if you've got to go to work the next day. There you go. You can press there and knead. Do that again on the other side as well. Okay, so I think that's pretty much it for today's session. If you found this useful, if you want to make any videos in future, please do get in touch or leave comments down below. My number is 07593 108 702. My web address is www.maxstrengthholistics.co.uk, and my email address is info@maxstrengthholistics.co.uk. Thanks very much for watching, and thank you very much, Natalie, for your time.
Thank you.
And I look forward to making another video. Until next time, take care. Goodbye.